So Coach Prime told everybody that Colorado was going to be playing host to a loaded weekend of recruiting visitors, and that's exactly what they've done. Today, we need to dive into this list, talk about some of the biggest names in attendance, but also we need to talk about the big win that Coach Prime and Colorado football just got in the transfer portal. Before we can, as always, y'all know the drill. I need to hear from you. Hop down to the comments, give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Do you think we're about to start seeing an avalanche of commitments to Colorado? And let me know what you're thinking. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification. I do constant college football content. You don't want to miss any of it, and I know this is going to sound absurd, but I want to see how close we can get to 20,000 subscribers before the new year. You all have shown unbelievable support on the videos, and I'd love to have you a part of this awesome community. But having said all that, let's jump right into this. And of course, we've got to start with the big win that Coach Prime and Colorado just got in the transfer portal. Because Taijh Alston, the edge from West Virginia, was an intriguing player in the transfer portal with a lot of experience, and per his Instagram and the Colorado Buffaloes Barstool Twitter account, he is committed to the Buffaloes. And this is a huge win for Coach Prime, Nick Williams, and Colorado football. The transfer portal grants you a unique opportunity. First and foremost, you get to get guys that you know have made that transition successfully from high school football to college football. And secondly, you can get in a guy such as Alston that has got tremendous experience in college football, and he can help bring on the younger guys. If you're Coach Prime, you know you're staring a rebuild dead in the face with Colorado. Being able to get in guys that you know can not only contribute, but can use their experience to help the room in its entirety, this is a huge win for the Buffaloes, and I'm really interested to see how Alston's able to help this team going forward. He's been a productive player. He's had 14 tackles for loss, 8 sacks in his career, and I'm really intrigued to see how he's going to be utilized by Williams and the Buffaloes defense, but this is a big win for Colorado, and I certainly don't think it's going to be the last. And speaking of wins out the portal, though nothing official has came down yet, Shedeur and Shilo Sanders are both in the transfer portal, and I think everybody expects them to end up at Colorado, especially when Coach Prime introduced Shedeur as the starting quarterback at Colorado, though he was sure to say he's going to have to win the job. But as we already took a look at Colorado's quarterback room, Shedeur's numbers are better than everybody in that room combined from this past year. This has been a loaded weekend of recruiting for Colorado, and now we need to dive into some of these names. And one of the names I really want to start with is one of the most intriguing players in all of high school football, Malachi Coleman out of Nebraska. Malachi Coleman is the number 63 player in all of high school football, no matter the position, and the number 3 athlete in the nation. He excels at pretty much every facet of the game, and where he'll play in college really depends on, first and foremost, where the institution wants him to play. He is that good at multiple different positions. I think he's going to be a tight end, and I think he could be a very dangerous tight end, but make no mistake about it, he could absolutely end up on the defensive side of the football and, once again, excel there. So for him to cancel the visit he had planned to Michigan, like we previously talked about, and visit Colorado instead, well, that's just a testament to the hype and belief these players have in Coach Prime. Watching this battle unfold is going to be really interesting. Coach Rule and Nebraska have got some momentum going in their favor, not only for this battle, but nationally in terms of recruiting, but it certainly doesn't compare to the momentum that Coach Prime and Colorado are generating right now. And if they're able to land a successful pitch, Coleman would be a massive win. But he's not the only blue-chip 4-star guy in attendance for Coach Prime. Bo Hughley, the offensive tackle who's been committed to Georgia forever, is also in attendance, and this would be a huge win if they're able to pull off this flip. Hughley stands 6'7", 290 pounds, and one of the things we've already talked about, if you're Coach Prime, you're going to need to address the trenches. What better way to do that with the transfer portal win you just got on the defensive trenches and now addressing the offensive line? I'm really going to be watching offensive line recruiting closely for Colorado because it's going to be an area of so much need. There's some really good guys available, not only at the transfer portal, but in recruiting as well. This is going to be a tough flip. Hughley is from the state of Georgia. He's a Georgia Bulldogs commit, and the Georgia Bulldogs are doing fantastic work both in recruiting and on the field. So it's tough to argue with their results, near impossible to argue with their results, both from on the field to development. We just know what Georgia is, but nonetheless, Coach Prime got him in for a visit, which is huge. There is no doubt about that. Another top player from the state of Georgia, Vakari Swain, in attendance for Colorado. Once again, an athlete who ranks as a top 300 player in all of high school football. Once again, just a testament to how much momentum Coach Prime has been able to generate. And if you're sitting there as a naysayer or a non-believer in Coach Prime, look, athletes want to go play for him. That means something. And I know I'm going to have people in the comments saying, yes, but he's never coached at the Power 5 level. Sure, but the one thing he needs to do right now is acquire talent. For this much talent to be willing to go to Colorado on a whim on such late notice, and here the pitch is telling. That should give you enough of an indication that the hype around Colorado and Coach Prime, it's real, and it's real for a reason. Another name we would be remiss if we didn't talk about is an Oklahoma Sooners target, a guy that has crystal balls inserted in favor of the Oklahoma Sooners, Tassili Akana, the edge, and a top coveted player in college football. 247 Composite has him as a top 300 guy in the nation, really a top 150 guy, coming in at number 102 national, the number 16 edge, and the number 1 player in the state of Utah. Now, if Coach Prime was able to pull off this win, whenever this guy is being courted by the likes of Texas and Oklahoma, it would be massive. But the one thing we also need to be cognizant of is it's not just building for the now. Coach Prime is looking towards the future, and there are some big-name guys in the class of 2024 in attendance as well. Specifically the defensive lineman, first and foremost from Mater Dei, Aiden Breland, a top 100 player in high school football, and then another defensive lineman out the state of California, T.A. Cunningham, once again a top 100 player in high school football. The name of the game right now for Coach Prime is talent acquisition, and the reason why people such as myself and so many others are convinced that, hey, this is absolutely a situation you need to watch because the talent is interested in playing for Coach Prime. We've seen that. Travis Hunter decommitted from Florida State, a Power 5 offer, and didn't go to Alabama, who had been really seriously after Travis Hunter. He went to Jackson State with Coach Prime. Kevin Coleman, another guy. Miami wanted him real bad. Alabama was after him. Pretty much every institution in the nation was after him. He committed to Coach Prime in Jackson State. I certainly believe Travis Hunter will be in Colorado. Coach Prime said so in a live stream, and in a separate live stream, Travis Hunter said that he would be going to Colorado, or at least that's how one could interpret it, because he was watching Coach Prime deliver the speech to the Colorado locker room, and he said, "I'm coming, Coach, I'm coming." So, one would assume that Travis Hunter will be there, but regardless, Colorado's hype right now is real, and it's absolutely something we have to watch, and I do not expect for this to be the last big win they get. Signing day right around the corner, it's going to be wild, and I can't wait for it. Hop down to the comments, let me know what you're thinking. That's it. See ya.